At Greenlight Real Estate, we 100% understand that the most important part that you need to figure out when you're selling your house is the market value. So we take it really seriously. We take our time doing it. We're deliberate, we're intentional, we're data backed. Here's how we do it. We start out by, now this is crazy, we go to the house. Oh, what a great idea. Yeah, we go to your house, meet with you. We ask you questions about your house. We find out what improvements you've done, what you like most about it. There may be some parts of your house that are unquantifiable to an appraiser or an assessor, but there is a value difference to a buyer. So we want to find out what you like about it, what improvements you've done, and then we're going to take a very detailed tour. We take a lot of notes, and we're going to take a tour of the house, every room of the house, the garage, the basement. Oh, but the basement's unfinished and there's a dirt floor and it's muddy. Yep, we're going to go down there and we're going to look around and we're going to add that into our analysis because otherwise we don't have all the details. Now, during this tour, we're going to do a couple other fun things. One is we're going to look to see if there's any low-hanging fruit, things that we can do to help improve the value of the property, things that we can help make it sell faster. Two is we're going to play some defense, and if we see anything that looks like it'll be an obstacle for an inspector or an appraiser or a buyer's realtor, we're going to make a list of those things too so that you're prepared and we can start to address those concerns, start to address those items before or while the property is listed. So we're making sure we're playing some offense and some defense on this. But really what we want to do is we want to get a ton of notes. And once we have our notes, then you're going to ask us, hey, what's my house worth? And we're going to say, I don't know. Because then we're going to take those notes and we're going to go back to the office. We're going to sit down and we're going to pause and we're going to go through a year's worth of sales. And we're going to sort them in a pretty methodical way. I'm not just going to take every 3-bedroom house that I can find. I want to sort it by town. If you're doing a price evaluation and you come up with comparable sales from another town, be careful. I'll give you that if you do it in U32, because you've got those 5 U32 towns and they all share a same school, those I'm okay piling into one model. But if someone tries to compare a house from Montpelier with a house from Northfield with a house from Waterbury, that's not going to be accurate. So we want to make sure we're sorting by town, we're sorting by age, we're sorting by a rough value. I mean, I'm talking $100,000 range. We're sorting by lot size. And if we do those things, then really what we'll do is we'll filter out between houses that are in the country and those that are in the town. And we'll filter out between split ranches that were built in 1980 and colonials that were built in 1880. Once we've got those filters, then we can start to look at the actual properties, and we've been in most of them. That's another thing. So we can say, oh, this one, although it says it's 4 bedrooms, it really wasn't 4 bedrooms because that 4th bedroom was too small or didn't have egress. So we can start personally sorting through the differences. Now, we're going to make adjustments based on differences in terms of a number of variables, more than, I don't even know how many variables, 10, 15 variables. We're talking about size, above grade finished square feet, whether there's a garage, what's the layout, what are the updates, is there any deferred maintenance? All of these things factor into the valuation. Then we're going to roll through each of those properties that we've used. We want to find at least 3, and ideally we might find 4 or 5 or 6 comparable sales. So we can go through that, and then we can make adjustments based on variables in each one of those, and then we can come up with an adjustment factor, multiply that by the actual sale price, which we know because we've done the research on these things, and then we can figure out an average indicated value. So then we're going to take that number and pause and see if it makes sense. If it looks like that number is way out of line with what other houses in the area are selling for, then we made a mistake. We have to go back and fix it. That doesn't happen too often. The second thing that we do is we're going to go and look at what are active properties for sale. So if I've got a house that's the value comes through at around $250, and I look and I see, well, there's one for sale that's a lot like it. It's for sale at $250 and it's been on the market for 6 months. Well, unless there's some other reason why that one hasn't sold, then I'm going to question whether $250 is the right price. But I want to know. I don't want to tell you. We don't want to tell a seller that the house is worth this much if it's really not. We don't want to, give a seller a number just to make a seller happy if that's not the truth. And here's why. Because any buyer realtor who's going to make an offer or work with a buyer when they're making an offer, they're going to do this. They should be doing a similar level of research. and they should be guiding their buyers. When we work with a buyer and we see a house that's priced right and the buyer likes it, our advice is buy the house. They priced it right, they know what they've got, you know what you want, this is the one. If we get into a house and it feels like it's overpriced, then we're going to have the conversation of, not sure what these guys are thinking, but I don't think that's the right price. We're going to have a tough negotiation ahead of us. We want to know what the value of the property is from the beginning. We don't want to take any shortcuts. We want to put the effort into it. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time to put together this research and to put the report together that we can present to you as a seller. But if we don't do it now, then we won't be able to attract buyers. We won't be able to we won't be able to negotiate intelligently. We won't be able to defend our price. We won't be able to defend our price to an appraiser if we need to. We're going to be just dangling out there in the wind, and we don't want that, and you don't want that. So all of this, it sounds like a lot, all of this is what goes into valuing your property. And being honest, again, when you're selling your house, the most important thing that you can possibly do is price it right. That's why I put all this effort into it up front. Now, if you or anybody that you know wants this level of research and this level of integrity and this level of data going to the valuation of your property, then you got to give us a call. Greenlight Real Estate, 802-225-6425. You can email us at info@greenlight-realestate.com and check us out online at www.greenlight-realestate.com. Again, this is Ray MIKUS. I'm the principal broker and the owner of Greenlight Real Estate in Montpelier. And thanks for watching this video. There's more videos out there on this station, on this channel, that can give you some advice on how to value your house, how to sell your house. Pass this on to other people, because the more information you have, the better you are.